Okie dokie. Let's see if this thing works. Okay, that's a good start. Alright. I think we are doing the thing. Hey guys. Oh my gosh, sorry. Right as I started stream, I like need to cough. This is problematic. Um, can you guys hear me? Howdy. Can you guys hear me okay? Yes, it has been, Lily. Surprise. I know, crazy Ben, right? Thank you. This is I'm getting stronger each day. Without the chest tube. Um yeah, Lily. So crazy story. I had my last stream. I actually have no idea what day I streamed. I basically had that stream and then like within a couple of days I had to go to the ER. I don't remember exactly when that stream was. Um, but yeah, that was it's been a cunt of a time. And I'm gonna go into that. This is a partial. This stream is partially to like hang out with you guys because I've missed you. Partially to actually like verbally kind of let people know what's been going on. Um, and also partially for my sake to help keep track of what has happened. Just for like record keeping sake, because I'm on a lot of I'm on morphine, guys. Like it's like my brain's not operating on all cylinders all the time. Um, so yeah. Now I gotta think where I'm gonna start. I guess I'll start. Um, yeah, I know, Lily. It was. Yeah, it's. I don't have commands working in here right now. Um, but let me grab you a Discord link. Because I have a lot of announcements. You do not have to read all of them, but I have a lot of announcements that will explain kind of where I've been, what's been happening. I'm gonna try and pin that. I don't even know. Can I pin that? It's been a minute since I did this chat. I don't know if I can pin my messages on Mac. If it's gonna let me do that. It's not gonna let me do that. That's fine. Oh my god. Jay, thank you. Hollow Knight later. I have. I don't think that's possible. I don't actually think I can stream properly. I mean, I'm streaming on my Mac right now, Jacob, so I have no idea how to make that work. I could switch to the other computer, but that's too much. Already I'm tired from talking. um, you'll read them all. Okay. Yeah, Jay, morphine is only fun when you don't need it. Um, hot take. Thank you so much for pinning it. Gee whiz, where do I even start? So, just move the palidator. A girl can dream. So I guess let's start with firstly, I don't have my regular alerts working. I don't have Rollerbot set up on this computer. So there's no text to speech. I think Stream Elements still works. So I think like bits and subs still work, but other than that, there's nothing working. So sorry. Turu, it's been rough. If my spot wasn't obvious. Also, please let me know if audio is shit. So a lot of you know that geez, a few months ago now, I had to come into the emergency room and get a chest drain done. I had fluid that built up in the space between my lung and my chest wall. They removed that and I got sent home. They did a couple of tests, but nothing really. This is an issue that I had 10 years ago. I was 14 when it was happening. I had 11 chest drains, I think, in the span of 9 months. They couldn't figure me out. They ran every test under the sun, and nobody knew why it was happening, what it was, why it kept coming back. I've effectively refilled once a month. And so they did a procedure where, so like, here's the lung, here's the chest wall, this is the space where the fluid fills up. They drained that fluid and then just glued that shit together so there was nowhere for the fluid to go. And it worked. It worked really, really well. And I had a bunch of follow-ups. I had like 4 years of follow-up appointments where it worked. And then it didn't. I woke up a couple of weeks after Olympus Rally and realized that my breathing was more difficult than usual. And the only time I had ever felt that was during the time that I was dealing with this as a teenager. So I was pretty panicked. We went to the hospital, they did x-rays, and realized that the space that they'd glued shut had reopened. We don't know why, we never will. There's no way to know. It could have happened during Olympus, or it could have happened like 2 weeks before when I was just sitting on my ass reading a book. There's no way to know. Sorry. Jesus Christ. So, it reopened, and I thought, okay, that's pretty shit. Now what? So they drained me. They sent me home. They were like, oh, we'll just monitor your symptoms, see if it comes back. And I said to them, I'll be back in a month. It's going to come back. And it did. So woke up a little under 5 weeks ago with the same feeling of breathing. Woke Jacob up and said, we're going to the ER today. I was expecting to come here for a week tops. I was expecting to be in here for a week while they did the temporary drain, ran a few more tests, sent me home. That's pretty much every time that they've done it. That's been how it's been done. Obviously that didn't happen this time. I have been in here for it was 4 weeks on Thursday, which is a long time. Especially when, I'm limited to the ward. Can't leave, basically, unless Jacob is here to take me around. Until this week, couldn't even really get out of bed on my own anyway. So I'll get around to all of that. But I've been here a very long time. Since I've been here, they have had... I've had 3 separate chest drains. So the total chest drains that I've had has now reached 15. Thank you, Odin. It's 15 total chest drains. I had the chest drains here, I had them in for effectively the full 4 weeks, which is unprecedented for me. I've never had one in for more than 4 days. So understandably, I'm pretty weak. I'm relearning to walk and go to the bathroom on my own and have the strength to open a bottle of anything, which is frustrating for a 25-year-old. very frustrating. I have had... So I've had three chest drains. They did hail us, thank you. I don't know what alerts... Okay. I have no idea if that alert worked, but thank you. Fuck you, hailers. So, that totally distracted me. I forgot where I was at. I had my chest drain removed this week, finally. There's a big gauze right here now that I'm still just healing from. I'm a slow healer at the best of times, so, and also like just especially sensitive to pain. So that sucked, but morphine's doing God's work. But since the chest drain's out, I've started getting a little bit stronger, feeling a little bit better. So obviously since I've been here, they've been trying to figure out what's wrong with me. They have run a bunch of tests, a bunch of things called lymphangiograms, which, if you've heard of the term lymph node, which is usually the thing in your neck that they check when you're getting sick, there's a system of lymph that runs through your whole body. It's fluid from the lymph system that's ending up in my chest. So the lymphangiograms were done basically to try and see if they could find where there was a leak into my chest. Yes, Lily, luckily I do. Jacob does. And I've been tacked on, and it's saved us a lot of grief. They found nothing on those lymphangiograms. Everything looked good, which if you're somebody who has had chronic health issues before, you know that finding nothing is not always a good thing. I know you understand more than anyone, Hairless. They actually thought that they were going to find lymphoma when I got admitted and there was nothing. No cancer or anything. Appreciate you, Chip. Thanks, Hewis. So those failed. Those things failed. And there's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different things going on right now, but basically where we're at right now is I've got a couple of options. The first one was take the chest drain out, get me strong enough to handle another major procedure, and then do the procedure again where the lung and the chest wall get stuck together. Nobody's ever had that done twice. That's completely unprecedented. And obviously we don't know why it failed in the first place, so that's complicated. There's also, I won't go into detail because it's like incredibly complicated and there's a lot going on, but it would be different from my first one, just based on a couple of different things. There's actually a build-up of what we're effectively calling rind from the fluid inside my chest, which has reduced my lung capacity on that side by about 20%. So we would need to remove part of that rind to get my chest capacity back. Pardon me. And then it would get glued together. What the doctor from that department at the moment is hoping is that some of that rind is actually preventing the fluid from coming into my lungs space. And so basically where we're at right now is in a wait and see period. I'm sat here without a chest tube, getting an x-ray every now and then just to see if the fluid has built up anymore, to actually see if this rind has like air quotes plugged the hole. Even if it has, there's no guarantee that it'll stay forever. There's a lot of unknowns with that. I am also, by the way, guys, I am seeing all of your really kind messages, so thank you. I appreciate it. So we don't know. There's no knowns there. We don't know if any of that stuff is going to work. So we're basically just waiting to see if it fills up again. The other thing is the surgeon that performed all of the lymphangiograms has come in and said to us, look, I don't think that that gluing you shut procedure, it's called a pleurodesis, I don't think the pleurodesis is the right thing for you. I think that maybe the right thing for you is to go to the University of Pennsylvania and get treated by my teacher, who is basically the father of everything lymph. Because in his words, if he can't fix me, no one can. So there's a lot to take in there too, right? So that doctor is currently in the process of trying to get us a transfer over there. ETA a month. That's the average. Generally, he sends kids over there. I'm only the second adult he's ever tried to send over there. I don't know what any of that's going to look like either. Fuck you, hairless. I don't know what any of that's going to look like. I could get over there and be there for 2 weeks or 6 months. I don't know. I don't know what their plan is for me. At the moment, I think we're trying to organize a video call with them just to establish what their plan might be. Get more notes across on the case, etc., etc. I think regardless of what happens, we probably are going to go over there. So we'll see. On top of all of this, we are also trying to avoid what's known as chylosociety. And I don't expect you to remember that. I'm only just starting to remember it. Where it's basically there's a chance that if they fix me in the sense that they stop the fluid from pooling in my lung cavity, there's a chance that it'll start pooling in my abdomen and stop going into my body into the way that it needs to. If that happens, it's effectively a death sentence. I'll get maybe with proper management over however long, I might get 5 years before I starve to death. I'm pushing that as far back as I can because I can't think about that right now. So, lots going on, obviously. Oh, and of course, on top of this, chat, you all know that I also, before any of this lung shit was happening, and what almost stopped me from doing Olympus Rally was that I've been dealing with this fucking obscene level of abdominal pain. Just chronic abdominal pain. So, I am 99.99999% sure that I have endometriosis and that is what's causing the pain. However, while I am in the hospital, the gastrointestinal team, the GI team, they wanted to get involved. We asked them to get involved because some of my CT scans showed inflamed bowels. So they were like, look, we'll get involved, rule some things out. I had an MRI yesterday, which actually showed that my intestines aren't inflamed anymore. So I suspect my intestines were only inflamed because I was taking so much ibuprofen and naproxen to try and help with the pain. So as far as I'm concerned, that rules out GI at all. But they're going to follow through on their end and just continue to rule some things out. So I have an endoscopy tomorrow, which is effectively, they put me to sleep, chuck a camera down my throat all the way into my bowels, take some biopsies and some photos. I have no idea if I can, like, how long I have to wait before I can eat after that. Like, it's gonna suck, but it is what it is. They'll probably make me do a colonoscopy too, which I'm not stoked about, but I don't think they're gonna find anything. Right. I don't think they're gonna find anything. I think they're gonna go through the motions and be like, yeah, you need to get gynecology involved because this is endo. I actually had one of the GI doctors come in this morning, and I told him, like, I think this is endo. Can you advocate for the gyne team to get involved? And he said he would. He would speak to my providing doctor, because I didn't feel like she listened particularly well yesterday when I brought all of this up. Being a woman in a healthcare setting, everybody, only listen to when Jacob's in the room. So, on top of all of this, also trying to get the abdominal pain figured out. I will say, like, there was no way any of this was going to get sorted unless I was in the hospital. And so I am grateful in the sense that, you know, the ball is starting to roll on my treatment. People are listening, sort of. Tests are being done. You know, shit's getting put on paper. But I've still been here a month. I really would like to go. No, I wasn't going to cry on the stream. Sorry, chat. I've also sat my laptop on top of the only box of tissues within reach. Fuck me. So, in summary, shit's fucked. God damn it. Shit's fucked. But, I have really good people. I have really good people around me. And, you know, as slowly as they are moving, things are moving. So, guns fucked. Yeah, indeed. Oh my god, I was so close, guys. I was so close. I'm moving you to get a tissue. Sorry. God damn it. I was so close, chat. I thought I'd, like, almost made it through all of that without crying. That would have been the longest conversation I've held. Without crying since I got admitted 4 weeks ago. Yeah, so I'm... What's the nurse's reaction to this stream? Fucking... incredibly. I can't believe it, because I thought for sure I was going to get interrupted. Nobody has walked in since I started this stream. I thought for sure I was going to get interrupted. I probably still will. I'm just going to stream until I decide I can't be fucked streaming anymore. And, like, if anybody has any questions or anything. Side note, for all of you who this is a surprise, or, like, you want more details about what's actually been happening. Is that message still pinned, Jay, or did it get unpinned? I don't know. My Discord link was pinned. I don't think ! Discord is working right now. Join my Discord. If you need a link, let me know, and I'll grab one again. I've been posting semi-regular updates. Yeah, sorry, Jay, the link isn't working. Hold up, let me... Yeah, if you just... Oh shit, I'm gonna have to get a new link. If you just pin the link until the end of the stream, if that's something you can do, then people can access it. Give me just a second. I've been posting updates as regularly as I can. Fuck you, Jacob. um, oh my god, Daniel, no, I have not been keeping up on the sumo. Fuck off. I watched the one sumo video and then I have not watched another sumo video. I will be watching more sumo wrestling at some point. I really hope that the sounds worked on that alert. 32 months. Thank you so much, Jay. I appreciate you. Um, thank you, Agassi. Yeah, so, Agassi, you've totally missed my entire spiel. Um, uh, Obviously, if anybody has any questions that are not sumo wrestling related, feel free. No, this is true, Lily. I am a spiteful creature, and if I'm gonna survive for any reason, the last, like, pillar of resistance will be spite. I'm so glad that I get to enjoy these alerts. I don't know, please tell me you guys can hear them, right? Oh, guys, thank you for the resubs. It feels silly. It feels really silly. You can't know, the sounds are so good. Fuck, that's so annoying. Just just know that they're funny, but thank you, fucking Jesus. Thank you, Daniel and everybody. Thank you so much for the resubs. I'm not even gonna attempt to fix the audio. I'm enjoying them because a lot of them I haven't heard properly since I like set up the alerts to go off. Um, 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 right, Nate? Crazy. Am I pooping? Nixon? This, oh god, this is such a good resub alert too. Fuck. Oh, we hype training? Jesus Christ, guys. It feels so silly. This one's a turtle fucking a shoe, and the sound is just. And I am so upset that you guys are missing it. No, I'm not gonna cry over that. Um. It's a legitimate question. Nixon. So, these are the kind of questions I want, guys. So, I got here. I have been constipated since the day I got admitted. I didn't poop for 5 days when I got here. I wish that on no one. Not my worst enemy. It was fucking awful. I have been taking every laxative available to me to make sure that doesn't happen again. And, what? Yeah, Ben, a lot of it has been that. But, thank you for the sub, Bally. Fucking Hype Train level 3. Guys, I haven't streamed. What about the enema? Nixon didn't get to the point of an enema, but I did have to cope with a suppository. I don't even give a shit that that's too much information. Yeah, poor work, Hairless. I mean, you can gift a sub, I guess. LML. Dashi, I just spent most of the stream explaining it. You can go to exclamation point, you can go to the link that's pinned, for more information in the announcements channel, or you can just rewatch this VOD when the stream ends. It's too much for me to explain. Nixon, most of the reason that I wasn't able to poop for a lot of this day was that they actually didn't let me eat for a great deal of this day, and so I didn't even need to poop. They had me on a no eating, no drinking diet for 10 days, chat. 10 days I didn't eat. They had me on IV food. You know what IV food doesn't do? Take away the hunger. That shit was pretty fucked up. But I didn't need to poop when I was on that. The problem was coming off of it. Anytime they took me off of it or put me back on it during the time they were trying to wean me off of it, I was cripplingly nauseous. And so I couldn't eat, which defeated the purpose of trying to take me off of it in the first place. So, like, this week is the first, like, sort of period of time where I haven't been on it at all, that I've actually felt human, because I've just been eating solid food. And I've pooped normally for the first time. Also, I'm sorry, I forgot to turn off ads for this. I apologize. I'm gonna snooze that as much as it'll let me. Yeah, I've been on, since I've been here, I've been on Oxy, I've been on morphine, I've had shots of Dilaudid, I've been on every kind of opioid available to man. Funnily enough, chat, crazy story, the opioids don't, the opioids help with the chest tube site. They don't do anything for the abdominal pain. Nothing. And so, once I started eating again, and the abdominal pain returned, I was like, hey, can you guys, like, let me have some naproxen or some ibuprofen or something, because the morphine isn't doing anything for the pain. Because I'm on blood thinners while I'm here, I'm not allowed to have naproxen or ibuprofen. So I can't even take anything for the abdominal pain, which is a special level of hell, to be in a hospital but also not be able to do anything about the pain. Palidator, I came across this great meme a little while ago that was like, oh my god, you're so strong. And the response is like, thanks, it's that or a die. That's pretty much where I'm at right now. Like, I'm not being strong for fun. Like, I would have given up if there was an option to give up that didn't mean I died. I am not as strong as I wish I was. Right, sorry, if I miss your question, just, like, repost it, because I'm, like, all over the place.
Oh, Bishop.
I can't imagine.
And thank you guys. A hype train, and I'm sitting in a hospital bed.
Oh god. Oh yeah, actually, I'm taking some loosening up things every day. I'm not fucking around with that shit. Oh, mic audio go crazy? Are we good? Dude, guys, the last thing I need, right? Like, I'm one stubbed toe away from throwing myself over the balcony of this place. If my mic audio shits itself, it's over. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. God, what else? What other miseries have I endured? Where do I even start? Oh, true, Bishop. So I've been relearning to walk. Basically, I just have been so weak that I, like, holding myself upright and, like, walking to a place unassisted has been a nightmare. And so I'm getting stronger every day. Obviously, the problem is that as I get stronger and I'm able to move more, the abdominal pain increases. So, like, I'm getting better, but then I'm getting worse. Like, kind of fucked there. Again, pretty sure it's endo. I'm really hoping they deal with that. But then also, if they deal with that, I still have my lung shit to deal with. Any cute nurses I can look at while Jacob isn't there? I think, I'll be honest, Agassi, and this is, like, me making an assumption, so, like, I'm gonna hope no one walks in while I make this assumption. 90% of the nurses are female. A lot of them are cute, but, like, 90% of them are female. The other, like, 9.9% are, like, homosexual males. And then I think there's been one straight male nurse that I've dealt with the entire time I've been here. And, like, not my type. So, no, not really. Have I been really wearing those sexy green compression sock thingies? No. I have absolutely no idea how to show you what socks I'm wearing without flashing you guys, so I'm not gonna do that. But they're like grey grippy socks. They are grippy though. Medical hunks. There were some hunks at the back of emergency. Yeah. True, Palidator. True. Yeah, Agassi. God damn it. Um, shoot. There was so much other stuff that I wanted to say, chat, and now that I'm here, I'm just like completely blanking on it. Um, oh, I guess since I've been here, I had a package arrive from Australia. Mad Spirit is holding on to most of my stuff in Australia still, since obviously I didn't plan on moving here when I did. And she sent a package that included, I didn't grab it, it's all the way over there, which is annoying. Kind of wish I'd grabbed it, but it includes my Nintendo DS, which has been awesome. Kind of limited on the games, but then when I was trying to teach AJ, he's been visiting regularly. When I tried to teach AJ about what Nintendogs was, he just went out and bought me Nintendogs. So I've been playing Nintendogs to pass the time. Oh yeah, Jacob. I've been deliberately avoiding the lymphangiogram one because I know I'm gonna cry when I talk about that one. Uh, um, so, uh, yes, so Palidator, I have been playing a little bit of To Learn to Kaizo. I haven't been streaming it. Some days I'll hang out in the Discord, but pretty much until this week, like most days I've been too exhausted to hang out. And like, I mean, even today you can see that I'm not the like usual level of Izzy that I am. Hairless, shut the fuck up. I'm not clicking that, Nixon. Absolutely not. So like if you guys ever see me hanging out in the Discord, feel free to join in. But I have been doing a little bit more To Learn to Kaizo, not a lot. But just some to pass the time. I've mostly been doing Fall Guys just because it's like Jacob's laughing, which oh fuck. I'm scared that if Jacob, can you just tell me what it is? Because I'm scared I'm gonna crash the stream if I click it. I'm on hospital Wi-Fi, guys. Shit. So, yeah, I have been playing games. It's safe. No, but I mean, it's like it's more of a like if I click it, is the hospital Wi-Fi gonna shit itself? Is what I mean, Agassi. Like, fuck. I'm just gonna click it, guys, and if the stream dies. Fuck, dude, that's exactly what I'm wearing. Fuck you, that's exactly what I'm wearing. God damn it. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I had my original Nintendo DS delivered amongst a couple of other things. And then I've had a bunch of visits from a bunch of really cool people. Merrily and AJ are responsible for the balloons. There's more, you just can't see them. Then, hold up. AJ also gave me this, Pacific Northwest coloring book. So I've had, like, pencils and shit to, color in. I haven't done a whole lot of them, but, like, see, it's like a bunch of... It's like an adult coloring book, right? So, bunch of stuff. This is the one I've been working on, though, because this page has a bunch of butterflies native to the Pacific Northwest. They're all numbered on this side, and then they tell you exactly what kind of butterfly it is. So I can actually color each butterfly in with exactly... I can't tell if you can see that. With exactly what the butterfly looks like in real life, which is super sick. Most of them are just yellow, red, orange, and brown up until this point. There's been not a whole lot of variety, but like, you can see I barely scratched the surface. Also, this camera does no justice to how, like, detailed I made these. Like, they look like the same color, but like I put some effort into the shading there. Ugh, Palidator, shut the fuck up. Fuck you, I don't need that. Um, so I've been passing the time with that when I can. What else? They draw enough blood from me every day that I feel like I'm gonna faint. There's a Sudoku book over here that I've been suffering through because apparently I'm not very good at it on morphine. My wristband keeps slipping off, so I keep almost not being identified. That's what the red pens are for. So I was not going to talk. Jesus, I have a nurse that comes and does my hair every week, which is nice. I have showered, chat, once in the 4 weeks that I have been here. I have showered once. I have because I have, instead of a regular IV, I have a PIC line, which I won't like go crazy showing you, but like this is, I got two little dangly guys that are like basically plugged in directly to my heart. So Agassi, I do have a shower available. This is the first week that I have been able to stand up on my own. So I was actually planning on messaging Jacob. Shut the fuck up, Nixon. I was actually planning on messaging Jacob today anyway and asking if he could maybe bring my, like, regular bottles of soap, face wash, shampoo, and conditioner so I could have something resembling a real shower. Yeah, guys, I smell bad. Like, they're like doing wipe baths every day because they need to because of the PIC line. Otherwise, they just wouldn't, which is crazy. But they have to like change my linen and change my gown and wipe me down every day because the risk of infection with a PIC line is so high. But yeah, I something that I didn't know happened if you didn't shower is that like showering gets rid of the like layers of dead skin cells, right? You like scrub yourself clean and they come off. My body hasn't been able to do that. So I like scratched my leg yesterday and skin just started like sloughing off. And so I've got a patch that looks like newborn baby skin because it just like sloughed off. Like that shit's fucked. I can't handle what is happening to my body. I'm also getting a blood thinner shot every day in my abdomen. And like my whole gut is just bruises because of that right now, which is gnarly. What other fuck shit's happening to me? All of the nurses really like my tattoos on my shoulders, which is fun. You know, I'll fucking take what I can get. I got those tattoos after my first stint in hospital when I was 14, and I actually remember thinking when I was getting the tattoos, like, man, these tattoos would have been cool to have when I was in hospital because everyone would have seen them and I would have looked like a badass. And that wasn't me asking to be back here, in case there's anybody listening. Wasn't actually asking for that. So lots of nurses have liked my tattoos. It's fucking sweet, I guess. Pretty much, Ellis. Fuck me, I guess. Sorry, I'm like snot maxing over here because of the little cry I had. I'm probably gonna have another little cry because I also want to. Yeah, I'm trying to take the positives when I can get them. They're hard. They're really hard. Especially when I'm just like sat here in this room, like waiting for like a visitor or I don't know, just like some days I'm like too angry and sad to even use all of the like activities I just showed because I'm just like paralyzed with feelings and too many thoughts because I just sit here in this room and think. So like visits from Jacob and visits from like Daniel, Bob, AJ, Marilee, Maribel, and Wes. Like there's been a lot of visitors, and they've all like given me an extra like boost of, oh, okay, I can do this. Fuck. I am also. I was avoiding talking about this because it is kind of a bummer, and I didn't want to like bum anybody out. I am intelligently, because I am an intelligent person, morphine or not, going to grab a second tissue out before I talk about this. I have been working through a lot of pretty fucked up trauma. I mean, this whole experience is traumatic. All of it. Like there's a lot of good from me being here, but like it's going to take a long time for me to get over being here. Like medical trauma is a real thing. But especially from my my first lymphangiogram / chest tube drain changeover. So when they put in and pull out chest drains, for the pulling out, they don't give you anything usually. I refused to have it done unless I had Ativan on board, like extra pain meds available. Like most of the time it's fine, but I've had 15 of them, and more than half of them ended in some sort of medical trauma. I was not fucking around. So the pulling out of this tube went fine. Usually when they're putting a tube in or changing a tube over, they'll do what's called partial sedation. So rather than put me under a general anesthetic where I'm not aware at all, I'll be awake while it's happening, but I will be so drugged up, in theory, that I either don't feel it or don't remember it or both. In the case of me getting the first drain put in, that worked fine. They like sort of roll you onto your side, prop you up with a bunch of pillows, like drugged me up with stuff like intravenously and also with a is it a cannula? I was on a lot of stuff, but I was still awake and still aware. But they got the tube in, no problem. Like I was in pain afterwards. Obviously, there's a foreign body in my side. I've basically been shot. But I was fine. Like I managed. And then I went in for the second lymphangiogram, and during the lymphangiogram, what they do is they put some like really, really tiny needles into like the top of my thigh, like to try and get to the lymph nodes in my groin. They inject those lymph nodes. They like watch the dye travel up and see where it goes. I was already like an anxious mess. I have a fucking anxiety disorder, shock horror. But I made it through that section. I like did my best, made it through that section. Was even cracking jokes with people at the start of that. Was making it work because I know I needed it to, get better. And they were like, let's change the chest tube over in the same setting because the first tube had stopped working. It had shifted to the wrong spot. So, they rolled me onto my side, the usual stuff, and I was waiting for the partial sedation to, like, really kick in, like I had the first time. I've done this before. Like, I know what it's supposed to feel like. And it didn't. And I thought, okay, this is weird. He's putting the local anesthetic in now, the like needle into my side to numb the area, like that sucks and that hurts and that's awful, but surely that's gonna do something. It didn't. And so I was lying on this table and they started doing the changeover, and it was about that point that I realized, like, oh no, like, I can feel everything. I spent a lot of that time begging for help, for them to stop, for anything to change, and was basically ignored. They their pain during this, on a couple of occasions, actually traveled from the site up to behind my right eye and my right temple. And the only time they acknowledged me during the whole thing was the 2 times I was like, there's pain in my head. There's pain in my head. And they were like, wait, where is it? What is it? I told them what it was. Nothing. Radio silence. Ignored again. And once they got the tube, like, in place, like, I was just wailing. Boo. By the way, guys, I hate sharing this, but also, like, I want this on record. Kinda, me talking about it. Shoot. This is why I got that extra tissue, chat. Got him. I was just wailing. They managed to get me from the table onto a stretcher, the stretcher onto my bed in my room, and I don't use 10 on the pain scale for anything, because I want to save that, right? You want to save that for, like, when it's real 10, right? And they got me into the room, and the pain was so much that I couldn't even move. And Jacob came in, however long later. I don't know how long it was that I was laying there. And I felt him, like, touch my shoulder or something, and I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. Like, I couldn't acknowledge him. And, like, he went away, I think, to get a nurse, and when he came back, I managed to say to him 10. Because I knew he'd understand. If I said 10, I don't say 10. And so he understandably was pretty fucking furious that I hadn't got pain meds before that. Oh, thank you so much. That became that's been a fight that was something that we've been trying to how do I even like articulate what I'm trying to say? We were trying to get answers on a lot of that for a little while after that, because there's no world in which I should have gone through that. Like, in the days after that, I obviously was on a great deal of pain medication, but then I suffered a migraine in that same spot, behind the right eye and the right temple. I haven't had a migraine in years. Man. I've had a lot of nightmares. It's been pretty fucked. And so I made it very, very, very clear after this happened to every provider that I spoke to that I will not be undergoing anything else. Oh, Mike is fuck you? Okay. I basically said, I will not undergo anything else and unless it's under complete general anesthesia, which nobody was willing to argue with after what I'd gone through and how suable it is. So yeah, I've been working through shit like that. There hasn't been anything quite as traumatic since then, but the time after that they changed my chest drain, I was like left on my own again after the surgery, after waking up from it, and just left in so much pain that I couldn't speak or move. And they finally put me on pain medication. That one was more complicated because I'd just woken up from general anesthesia, so they don't want to give me strong pain meds straight away, but like it's been a lot. I will say everyone who was involved with that has come and personally apologized. And I think they were also, I think the fact that I was ignored was not fucking good enough. But at the same time, they started the procedure and there was no way that they could really stop the procedure to they had to finish the procedure once they'd started it. So, but it just never should have happened. It doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly what Jacob said. So what I've heard a lot of from a lot of doctors is, we usually people don't experience this much pain after this procedure that you just went through. Like, it's like crazy how low your pain threshold is. Like, I've had 15 chest drains in the same place. Do we maybe not think that the nerves are a little bit fucked? Do we also maybe not think that it's worth just having the painkillers available? Knowing now what we know about my history. It's been a lot of people being surprised, but if they had spoken to me at any point before doing any of this, they would know. Yeah, it's been a lot. And I'm sorry to fuck, sorry. I'm sorry to also just have to throw all of that on your chat, because I know that's a lot for people to take in. But I want this not just on written record. I want to talk about this in a way that's candid so that, I have it there. Oh, man. Thanks, Star. Thank you to everyone who's put supportive messages in. I'm seeing all of them, I promise. Even if I'm not directly acknowledging them. I see you. I appreciate you for being here. What is especially terrifying, I think, chat, about this whole saga is that I'm currently staying at OHSU, which is the premier Oregon hospital. Top 10 hospital in the country. On paper. And these things are still happening to me. And we're getting better with it. We had to involve patient advocacy, social work, and a bunch of other people who basically scream lawsuit for it to get better. But communication between the teams is starting to get better. It has been a joke, though. We all decided that I wasn't going to get my chest drain pulled out until after we'd had a care conference meeting. That notification got sent to every team involved in my care. And then 3 hours later, 2 surgeons show up and are like, "We're here to pull your chest drain." And that was the start of my villain arc. like just crazy miscommunications all the time, and it's like there's not really been like a person or a group of people to blame on this. It's a systematic failure, like across the board. And it's caused me a fucking insane amount of stress that I'm having to worry about whether the doctors are even talking to each other. Like after my chest drain was changed out the second time, and after the second lymphangiogram, the doctor spoke to me like right out of surgery when I was still loopy and didn't remember stuff. And all I remember him saying was unsuccessful. And then I got wheeled off to my room in crippling pain. So not only was I in pain, the surgery that I had in my head was the last resort, had failed. And then nobody from that team came and spoke to me for 5 days. I was just left in this room to be in pain, to be unsure what was going to happen next for 5 days. Like, what the fuck? Like, 5 days is the length of some of my longest previous hospital stays. Anyway, yeah, it's a lot. 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 Again, like I said, we're working on the communication, and by we, I mean, my family medicine doctor and my social worker are pushing for people to not be dickheads about the communication and actually talk to each other. So it's been a lot of like, on top of an already pretty scary situation in which, like, as far as I know, with my condition right now, I'm patient 0. On top of that, on top of the chance that, like, if nothing works, my lifespan is, like, more than halved. On top of everything, on top of the, like, chronic abdominal pain, all of that shit, like, I'm also dealing with people who don't know how to read a text. But I'm so fine, and I'm coping so well, and I'm so strong. It's super fine. It's super fine. Oh, Jesus Christ. What else, Jacob? What else have I missed? What else have I missed during this delightful stay? I guess where I could kind of where we're at right now, chat, is I spoke earlier about the fact that we're sort of waiting. We're waiting for both approval to go to Pennsylvania, and to see if my lung starts refilling again. I am trying really, really hard getting my hair did. I already spoke about that. I have an amazing nurse who does my hair differently every week. I spoke about that when I spoke about the fact that I've showered once in 4 weeks. Fuck, what was I saying? No, I forgot what I was saying because you distracted me. Oh, okay, so because we're in this limbo situation right now, chat, basically what's keeping me... Yeah, Jacob, yeah. Fuck me. Basically what's keeping me here right now... Yeah, Nate. Read my last update in Discord. Basically, what's keeping me in the hospital right now is the fact that the GI doctors are, like, working on my abdominal pain. Again, I don't think they're going to find anything. I think that this is endometriosis and that I need the gyne team to just open me up and pull out a bunch of, like, endometrial tissue that's growing in places it shouldn't. That, on average, it takes a woman 4 to 7 years to get diagnosed with endometriosis. The only formal diagnosis is the surgery where they open you up and they get it out. So I don't really have particularly high hopes for that. Um, my only hope right now is that when they release me from hospital, I get off of the blood thinners, because then I can start taking anti-inflammatory painkillers again, which have been the only ones that have done anything for the abdominal pain. If I stay on the blood thinners, I'm fucked, basically, because I'm not allowed to take them. But what's keeping me in the hospital right now is the fact that GI are doing a bunch of stuff. Outside of that, I am working as hard as I can in between nervous breakdowns, which are, 3 to 5 a day, to build my strength back up. Breathe as big as I can, like try and relearn a bunch of things that I haven't been able to do properly for myself, in the hopes that even if it's for a couple of days, I can go home. Man, I didn't think this would be the thing that set me off for the third time. Shit. I'm totally fine, chat. Remember when I said 3 to 5 nervous breakdowns a day? We've had 3 already. We might set a new record. It's been it's getting 4.5 weeks since I slept in my own bed, since I had a proper shower and washed my hair properly and saw my cats. I fucking miss my cats so much. Ate food that wasn't off of this godforsaken menu. As a vegetarian, I am suffering pretty heavily from this menu. So I'm also torn in the sense that, like, if I stay in hospital, everything would probably be a whole lot easier. Like, there's more urgency for the doctors to get their shit together and fix me, because I'm costing them like $5,000 a day to be in here. And I don't know what insurance wants in terms of whether they want a hospital to hospital transfer if we go to Pennsylvania, or if they want me discharged before I get sent over there. We don't know yet. We won't know yet for a while. But nothing. Damn it, Izzy. So close. I'm going to finish this sentence without bursting into tears. Nothing is making me sicker right now than just being here. Wow, I did it. I am basically confined to this room most of the day. Like, I can move between this bed and the chair. I can, now that I am a little bit more independent, I'm allowed to do laps of the ward with my walker, which, if you've ever seen an exotic animal with, like, caged animal syndrome, like, that's what I'm like. Like, Jacob comes here. Yeah, my fucking clubs have ended and I'm, like, too depressed to fix them. Shame on me. Shame on me for not keeping my clubs up when I'm in hospital. Like, the only time I get outside is when Jacob comes to visit, and, like, he already is going out of his way to do so much. Like, he has a job that he's trying to keep to pay for all of this, and he's also having to visit me every night. Plus, he's dealing with his own, like, medical schmozzle right now as well. Like, there's only so much I can ask, you know? So, oh god, you guys are such dickheads. So, like, I'm going fucking crazy in here, staring at the same... Hang on. this is not a good example. Staring at the same brick wall every fucking day. Like this room is my home right now. This is all I've got. This is it. And I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I have not, Nixon, but I'm sure they've seen plenty through mine. I was using the bedside commode for most of my stay here, and I was not closing those curtains. So, true, Nate. My first week here, I had to share a room with a horrific bitch, who was like watching Fox News all day and like agreeing with them and like screaming how immigrants should die. Meanwhile, I'm on the other side of the curtain with a green card. Like, oh my fucking god. So like, glad that period of my life is over. Sadly, no, Casey. She got moved to a home. But every single person in this ward breathed out when she did that. Fuck me, that was a time. Right. Yeah, so I made Jacob buy floss, like dental floss, so I could give it to her as like a peace offering so that she would like not see me as a threat, because it was like I actually genuinely felt unsafe being in the same room as her. Yeah, and she was like horrible about minorities and the LGBTQA community when most of the ward is like, yeah, look, it's bad.
Oh yeah, Nixon.
Oh yeah, Nixon.
Cannot imagine having like you having the job that you do, how much of the shit you go through in a week.
Oh god. Enjoy the budget cuts. Yeah. Thank fuck Jacob has a job at this hospital so that we can afford me, because that's fucked up, Nixon. Yeah. Imagine advocating for the cuts that are killing you. That's crazy. Yeah, well, I realize how lucky I am to be in the position I am, and like have the level of insurance coverage that I do. But like, also, why the fuck couldn't any of this have happened while I was still in Australia? Like, why did I have to come over here, get married, and ruin Jacob's life with all of this? I don't really mean that, but man, it is rough going from a free healthcare country to this. I never paid for anything in the time that I was getting dealt with as a teenager. Fine, Nate. Fine. Cause yeah, right, Hellas. Ain't that a bitch? So anyway, I'm sure I'll remember other things that I wanted to say, but off of the top of my head, that is mostly what's been going on. That's mostly where I'm at. Obviously, I'm pretty gutted to not have my family over here. But like I spoke to them and I said, like, it's too dangerous for you to try and enter this country right now. Like, they're gonna get stopped at the border and sent back home. Like, I'm not willing to risk that. I really, really hope that no matter what happens, that I get well enough sometime in the near future to be able to go back and visit family, like see my homeland again, in case shit hits the fan too hard again. Um, the minute I get out of here, and am stable enough to do so, I'm planning a trip to Yellowstone. Oh, damn it. Also, shit, I totally forgotten about this. Rally, Jacob, fuck you. Damn it, you're such a bitch and you know you are. The cat, nope, the cat's broke me. Fuck you. That's 4, chat. That's 4. I hate you so much. You knew the cats would get me. This is a game to him, chat. This is a game to him. Oh, shit. Rally, Colorado. Rally, Colorado is happening right now. Unfortunately, the team that we were rooting for over there has had a bunch of mechanical issues, so they weren't able to complete the rally. They're all safe and fine. It was just, like, they couldn't finish the last stages with one gear, and weren't willing to break their brand new transmission for it. So obviously, this weekend's been especially hard. Feeling like we missed out on that because of me. Which is silly, I know, because this could have happened at any time. I could have missed any events, anything, and it doesn't matter as long as I get better. But still sucks. Still sucks. Huge, jiggly, sweaty ball sacks. But it just makes me even more determined to not be a sad, broken sack of shit next year. That's really not up to me. I realize. That is up to whatever my body decides, and my body is not doing a very good job right now. So we'll see. But I'm really grateful that I got to do Olympus. I'm really grateful I got to co-drive Olympus when I did, because I don't know if or when I'll ever get to do that again. You'll notice I removed the rally gear goal. That might be a temporary removal. Maybe I'll get better enough to do it. But for right now, thank you, Hellas. For right now, that is obviously not the priority. Which sucks, because, you know, it was a pretty nice when my biggest problem was like figuring out my chronic abdominal pain and trying to save up enough money for a helmet. You know, hindsight's a crazy thing. Oh, oops, shit, sorry. Anyway, that's my spiel. If anyone has any other questions in the next like couple of minutes, hit me with them. Otherwise, I'll probably start wrapping shit up. I have a few things I need to do. I have a bunch of food sat next to me that I haven't eaten, that I need to try and eat. This is how I'm getting my protein right now. So, hey, Funky. I'm going to, I think, I have a lot of doctors that I thought were going to visit me this morning that didn't. So I suspect I'm going to have a busy afternoon of visits. But I'm still going to, once I've eaten some more food and ordered lunch and stuff, I'm going to try and hang out on the Discord a little bit this afternoon. I don't know what I'll be doing. Maybe I'll be gaming, or maybe I'll just be chilling and watching sumo wrestling, because I have like 5 different people now that have trying to make me watch sumo wrestling. Um, thanks, Validator. Honestly, this is. I thought this was gonna be shit. Hairless, I'm enjoying it. I'm drinking it way too slowly because I'm yakking. It wasn't Midnight Sumo Nixon, but I keep having people recommend me Midnight Sumo. So apparently I have to do that. Oh, actually, Nixon, you'll really enjoy this. How could I possibly forget? So, just quickly, obviously Jacob was aware that I was not pooping when I first came to the hospital. The night that I finally pooped, well, the day that I finally pooped, I sent him a message in all caps that just said, I pooped. It was cause for celebration, right? He was about an hour out from leaving home to come visit. And so he rushed to the computer, found this on Thingiverse, scaled it down so that it would print in an hour, and he brought in a poo award. It is a 3D printed poo award. Yes, those are little poops on the sides. Yes, that is a giant poo on the top. And this is getting, the minute I go home, this is getting painted and placed like where as many visitors as possible are going to see it. And this is like, in a nutshell, why Jacob and I are married. I don't know what Facebook Flare is. Maybe I'm too young for that, but I'm gonna mute because I'm gonna fucking cough and break shit. Yeah, so I got a poo award. It's pretty great. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It takes pride of place. Here, hold on. I try and move my laptop. Oh jeez, there's so many cords. This is a nightmare. It takes pride of place next to my soulless little penguin that AJ got me. You look into those eyes and tell me that motherfucker has a soul. Also, it's a wind-up toy. And my chapstick. The 3 most important meals of the day. Poo award, penguin, chapstick. Hey, Timo. Oh, Hairless, 2008. Do you know who I am? 2008. I didn't have sentience until, like, 2019. Oh, Jesus. Oops. Oh, no. I lost my penguin and my chapstick. What else, chat? I don't know if there's anything else. Oh, I really don't want to turn the laptop again because Eagleizer, I don't think I'm immune to painkillers. I think that probably more than likely I have like some nerve shit going on. There's a fly in here. All of this I've discussed with my doctor, but I appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't think so, Hairless. So I've had the most amazing janitor since I've been here, chat. He's on most days. He's a Jamaican guy, very sweet. Checks in on me. Was like genuinely stoked to meet Jacob, like the day after he came in after meeting Jacob, and was like gushing about the big man. Which I actually haven't told Jacob yet, but he was just calling you the big man, and like in his accent, and I was like, I giggle every time. I thought you'd enjoy that. I can't believe I've forgotten to tell you about that. Also, Jacob, we need to discuss getting the cats a slab of concrete. I keep forgetting to mention that, but I keep seeing that as a trend on the internet, and I feel like we should go get the cats some concrete. I'll leave that for later. Right, Hairless. Anyway, he went out. I'm gonna move the laptop again against my better judgment. He went out, this janitor, and like I don't know where he got it. I don't know where he got any of this, but a friend had brought in, yeah, whatever. A friend had brought in some like live flowers in a vase for our American speaking friends, and they eventually died, obviously. Uh, the janitor came in with a bunch of fake plants and put them in that same vase with water over there. I don't know if you can see them. They're fake, but there's real water in the bottom. And I think the real water fucks with a bunch of people because more than one nurse has come in and been like, are they real? And they're obviously not, but the water like really plays like the such psychological warfare game with them. Um, oh man. So that's that's just a little bright spot. Palidator, I don't know. I have no idea what any of that's supposed to be. I mean, it looks like Monstera leaves, but I don't know. I don't know. I just work here. Gee, what else? Can anyone think of anything else? Jacob? I already spoke about getting my hair did. If you missed it, chat, before I got my hair did yesterday, I brushed it out after it had been in braids for a week. And it was like, the photos did it no justice. Like, it was out here for a little while. One of the nurses, as I was walking the halls, called me a hippie goddess, which I had feelings about. Couldn't decide if they were good or bad. Oh, no way, Bally. Oh, you were talking about that. Right, okay, so, the end of this week is gonna really suck, chat, because, the way that my family medicine team works is that I get, like, a new doctor every 4 days, basically, with that team. It's shit. And then they have to, like, relearn all of the things about me, ask the same stupid fucking questions. It's awful. I hate it. But I understand why it needs to be that way. Most people don't spend longer than 4 days in this ward. So, you know, makes sense that they wouldn't, you know, have a person on for 4 weeks to get to know my case, right? Last week, a new family doctor started. She's a resident. I won't name her, but off of the bat, we knew something was different with her because she offered to stay, like, past the time when she was supposed to go home to help me have a shower and wash my hair. When I said I've had one shower since I've been here, that was that shower last week. A doctor offering to do anything more than what they're here to do is like, I don't know, Jacob said it was like akin to seeing a unicorn. And so, like, she made the effort to, like, help get me and the nurses helped to wash me and wash my hair. It was awful. Like, truly, really difficult. I still had the, like, chest drain in at this time, so, like, the shower felt amazing, but when I got out of it, I was so tired that I couldn't even, like, lift my arms to feed myself at dinner. I was so fucked. But that was insane. She is the only doctor that is staying longer than, like, the 4 days or whatever. She's staying for 2 weeks. So she's back tomorrow, and then her last day will be Friday. She also, when she found out the other night, she came in, like, at the end of her shift to see how I was doing. I was not well. Jacob had messaged to say that, like, he was thinking of, like, staying the night in, which was completely justified and totally fine. But I had had a really bad day. And I was like, do I be awful and, like, force him to come in? Or do I just, like, cope and let him have the rest night that he so obviously needs? I was not doing very well. Was just, like, curled up in a ball with no TV on, no music, just like not well. She came in, saw how I was doing, and immediately was like, okay, let's go. Let's like get in the wheelchair. Let's go. We're going for a spin. Keep in mind this was like 7:45 p.m. She took me outside. We sat outside for like an hour, like just watching the sunset and chatting and like it's very clear that she has been a patient in my shoes before. I think otherwise she just wouldn't be such an advocate. We were supposed to be back at at 8:30. We didn't get in till 9, so she had some pacifying to do. But like she took me out and showed me where the farmers market happens, which if I'm well enough after my surgery tomorrow, I'm hoping I can do on Tuesday. And like, yeah, just took the time to actually like talk to me about stuff that wasn't just hospital stuff. And like doctors like that don't exist. Since she's been on my service, she's the reason that like we got the social workers and the patient advocates and all of these other people involved finally. Like, you know, finally the doctors are talking to each other and to me. She has genuinely been my hero. She leaves on Friday chat and fucked up about it. Like I need to be out of this hospital before she leaves, because I'm gonna hate every other doctor that I see that isn't her. And that has pretty much stood true for every other doctor that's come in to speak to me. I really, really hope that like when she leaves, like I don't have a whole lot longer to stay in here. Like I want to see my cats, man. And like once she's gone, I don't know who I have in my corner. Like actually in my corner, not just being like, yeah, the like that's 5, gotta go. Like an actual advocate for me. So we'll see. But yeah, she's a fucking homie. And I really hope that I am well enough to I don't know, move on close to when she moves on. That would be nice. That would be really nice if my x-rays in this coming week show like little or no accumulation in my lung, like that would be dope. But I know I wouldn't be out of the woods yet, but you know, that would be something. And then at least I can have a little bit of time at home to like repair mentally a little, like feel a little bit more like a human being than an inmate. God damn it, I cried again, chat. What has someone been counting? I think someone should have been counting. Also, these pillows are like kind of fucking my shit up right now. I think I need to move to somewhere else in a minute. Anyway, that's my spiel. Can't think of anything off the top of my head right now. Additionally, scared that if I stream for any longer than this, the nurses will come in or the doctors will come in. Only had one interruption where the nurse came in and it was just to drop off a bunch of wipes for later, so like dope. Yeah. As I said, I'm gonna try and hang out in the Discord a little bit later today. I don't know what time Jacob is planning on visiting. I'll drop off whenever he gets here, because like that's my be a real boy hours. And I guess I don't know where to go from here. I don't know what I'll stream next. I don't know I don't know anything. I don't know fuck all. I have surgery tomorrow, chat. Uh, we'll see how that goes. I'll try and keep you updated, but don't know how I'll be. If you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out on Discord and I will answer them the best I can. Please try to refrain from the unsolicited medical advice wherever possible. We are, like, despite all of the shit I just said, we are in the hands of, like, some of the best medical professionals in the world and am about to get transferred to the others. So, like, if you can think of it, we've already thought of it. I do appreciate people trying to help, but yeah, unsolicited medical advice after a month of being in here, like, I'm gonna bite. I'm gonna bite somebody. Yes, thank you, Halis. I'm gonna dismiss this ad. Get out of here. We don't need you. Thank you, Funky. Have I tried horse dewormer? You know, Nate, I haven't tried ketamine yet. Why can't they do this? Bro. Yeah. Yep. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for listening to my spiel. I know I'm like taking too long to end this, but I don't really want to go. Damn it, chat. How many is that now? We gotta be getting close to double digits. This is bad. Shoot. I really don't want to go because, like, I feel crazy talking to an empty room. Fuck you cunts. Thanks for listening. I'll keep you updated. Try and talk to you soon. Much love. This is not a ball sack. It's a heart. Oh, send me photos, Jacob, you bastard. Alright. Much love, guys. Peace.